My OBS is frozen. Okay, there we go. Welcome to Drivecast episode 88 with Niner, Jay, Niner. And today we are going to talk about stuff.
Not me. Sorry.
Yeah, so Niner. And you know, Jay, you got topics today, so you bring topics to the table.
What topic?
But you addressed me first, so hi.
Hi. I mentioned you twice actually, because you're really, really fucking hot.
Oh, my nipples are hard now.
My nipples have always been hard for you.
Oh, yes, Dad.
Right, Jay, do you want to talk about stuff?
I want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement and why I support it.
You're such a keyboard warrior, it's actually a joke. Carry on, Jay.
I would like to talk about how contraception is a thing that everyone should use. It's a thing that is so important to lives. It's important to young people, old people, black, white, Asian, brown.
Nah, it's not important to old people because them niggas can't have babies anyway.
Hashtag menopause.
Hey. No.
The old people just like tits
funny.
like, oh, you know they can't
What's gonna be funny is when I'm old and when I'm like 70, I'm just gonna put my flaccid penis into my wife.
In all seriousness, if you are sexually active, make sure you wear protection because you can end up
no protection.
You could end up with AIDS or unfortunately like CJ's
no protection.
That's funny. That's a good one.
I'm trying to fucking educate your dirty subscribers and you are not listening to me.
You're trying to educate yourself right now. You're trying to convince yourself that you would want to get fucked without a condom. You know you fucking... So
it has recently come to our attention that police in Pennsylvania are now allowed to use speed radar guns in order to track the speed.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone watching this. Before this started, CJ said that to us, that exact same sentence, but we ignored it. So he tried to say it again to get attention from... He literally tried to say the same thing. We don't care about Pennsylvania. We never did, and we never will. That state is trash to me.
You're trying to push a meme, and it's just dead. It's like Big Wang Gang. It's fucking gay.
But it's not a meme. It's an actual statement.
No, you're trying to push it as a meme. Fuck off. Right, Forza. You want to talk about Forza, Jay? You want to talk about Forza?
That's not my agenda. I'm sorry.
Do Need for Speed first.
Quite clearly is.
Do Need for Speed first.
Do you want to do Need for Speed first? Right, let's talk about Need for Speed first. So where do we start? Should we talk about... Because basically we do this every other episode. It's the same thing every single time, really. But we just talk about Need for Speed because we're passionate about McDonald's and Need for Speed.
We're just doing it for the views. We're just doing it for the views.
So essentially, we're going to talk about Need for Speed 2017. So... they're currently developing the game, doing all that shit. Probably a good idea to send ideas, even though Ben Watt probably clicked off when I said I wanted to suck Jay's penis. Yeah, where do we want to start? Do we want to start with
No, Ben Watt definitely clicked off when I said I wanted to put my flaccid penis into my wife.
Why?
I want to ask a quick question. Since EA is one of the partners with the new Nintendo Switch, do you think that the next Need for Speed game is going to be on the Nintendo Switch?
I really don't care. I'm not gonna get one. It doesn't interest me.
I might get one. Wouldn't get it. I don't think I'll get that game on it though.
Definitely not on launch. If I do, I'll get it when it's cheap.
But then it would be. However, it would be cool to be able to take it on the go and play Need for Speed 2017 on the go, because that's what you can do with. You can do that with the Nintendo Switch.
How's that actually gonna work? Because the Wii U is all hype like that, and that never really goes too well.
The Wii U was not the same concept.
I'm not entirely sure how they're going to
be the same. But I mean, if you look at it in that perspective, the PS Vita was kind of similar as well. Not in the sense that like it was one thing that did everything, but I don't know. I can't see myself moving away from a console for a while.
Stop. I really do think you need to kind of wait before you assume or judge. Yeah. We don't really know. We do know a lot. We don't know. It's not called the NX.
But speaking of it's called the Switch.
What's funny is we don't use the code name after the name of the thing is announced, do we?
Well, we do because we're talking about the concept of it.
No,
the Nintendo
because they have the actual.
To understand
name.
the EP, you got to listen to the EP.
It has a name now, Dick.
Yeah, and I've seen what it was like in the beta stage through all the fucking leaks, and it doesn't interest me.
That's
You're
cool.
a leak.
Cool, but don't slag something off that you have no clue about right at the moment.
I do have a clue about it. I understand what it is. I understand the concepts of the EP.
I just dropped drink on the floor.
Hey, wanker. I don't know. Maybe they've got Skyrim on there.
Yeah, finally. That game's like 5 years old.
Do you know what? Do you know why I'm interested? games like and
Go on
what's
then.
your point? You play like City Skylines. That's the same concept,
I don't
literally in
play
every
Cities
single.
Skylines.
Just fucking
Wait,
CJ.
what?
Oh, you look like you.
What about me?
No one
Anyway.
cares. Carry on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a rude boy.
We use the real name now. We don't use the code names. You fucking idiot.
No, right, is because I am bored of gaming at this point. I'm bored of it. It is boring. It's repetitive. I'm doing the exact same thing, playing the exact same type of games. Maybe that's my fault for not buying the right ones, but no games on Xbox, PlayStation are drawing me in. So
Like Watch Dogs. You don't think Watch Dogs was good?
no,
I pre-ordered Watch Dogs 2 a while
it's
ago.
not
That's
maybe
cool.
if I played it, I would enjoy it, but I wouldn't go out and buy it like in a rush because it just isn't my type of game. Now, something like Super Mario, like I genuinely like Mario, but I've just never bought one of the consoles recently, like the Wii U or
Because they've all been
Wii,
shit.
because they look trash to me. I don't want to go and spend that much money on something I'm only going to pay one game for. There's no point in that to me. So I need something that will allow me to be able to play games that I enjoy currently and will be able to introduce myself to. So that the Switch seems to be that answer because they've got a lot of new third-party people coming in. So does that mean that the hardware is going to be better? So it's not going to be shit like the Wii U was?
There's no way they're gonna have console graphics on a handheld. Not a chance. I can't see it. Like think about
Yeah,
it
I
realistically.
like.
They're gonna be like
Yeah,
the
they-
consoles
I don't-
currently are behind the par anyway, so they've got to make it lower, surely. Unless the big
But
dock
also-
thing has bigger specs. That's how. Anyway,
The console doesn't even look that big. It looks smaller than a PS4. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. They need some beefy hardware in order to even do that. Like I'm not sure if it's gonna work through game streaming or something like that.
It will. I
I
guarantee
honestly
it will.
don't.
It will be. through
Yeah, it's
internet.
gonna have
I
to.
can't think of any other way they're gonna do it. Like
Game streaming, that means it's going to be
but that's
shit.
already been
Like,
done through
yeah.
PSVR, PS,
And
the whole Xbox
and the
streaming
what's
thing and
no what's it called?
remote play.
Yeah, the Nvidia has the thing too where they do
I
that.
I don't think it's that. I think it's going to be on. I think it's going to be a game.
Local.
I think, yeah. I genuinely can't.
It's too
that,
small to do it. I would genuinely be shocked if that's the case. It's so small. Like, it's either
It's
going to
an
be really
OD.
expensive or it's either going to be really expensive with mad specs or the opposite of what we just said, which isn't really going to work too much. Like, I don't care too much about graphics and stuff, but I don't want to be playing on a PS3 in 2016. Essentially, like, PS3 level graphics in 2016. People are already moaning that the Xbox One and the PS4 are not good enough, which I think they're fine, but
I don't.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
I feel like
Yeah.
people that say shit like that are stupid. I really do feel like people who are like, oh, these graphics aren't up to scratch to our times. Listen,
no, the issue's the games, not the graphics.
first of all, no, what you just said, like, you don't want to be playing on a game that looks like it's on a PS3.
Mm.
Right? I don't care. If a game's good, a game's good. I would rather
Then
play.
again, some
It
people
should
just
progress,
say
is what I'm
that.
saying.
Some people just say that just to get the rise out of others, just to get a reaction.
I really wouldn't mind playing. I would, no, 100% play Forza Motorsport 3 over Forza Motorsport 5
No,
any
don't get
day.
me wrong. I would play Horizon 1 over Horizon 3, for example. But, and this is a big but, I'm not paying for a device which doesn't do modern day output.
Well, it will be modern day graphics. There's no way that they can't sell it. There's no
Sure,
way
sure.
they're gonna be able to
did
sell
it with the Wii
shit
U.
graphics. But that's a different type of. It's not the
It's
same.
a home console which they sold, and it had last gen hardware, and people bought it. It's the same thing.
Because
And
people-
and
if
this
it's
this
like that,
little
it's
Switch
not-
thing plays Wii U games. So how's that gonna work?
I don't know. I
Doesn't
think
make
you're
sense.
underlooking it, undermining it a bit.
But I think I've got valid reason to as well, considering Nintendo have not done anything interesting since like the Wii.
And that's why I'm interested.
Maybe
because
the 3DS, but that was kind of a gimmick. I feel like I had one. It was very much a gimmicky. It wasn't.
I've never really enjoyed handheld consoles. The
I did
only
back in the PSP days.
I had a PSP, broke it, never got one back, and then I had
I constantly played Battlefront 2, Carbon on the
Oh
City,
my
and shit
God.
on
Those two
PSP.
games.
Mainly
Oh,
those two.
Sick.
But Own the City was pretty good. It
The
had
thing
like
is
an
about the
open world
PSP
map.
games
and
is those were
everything.
literally PS2 ports.
No, Own the City was different.
No, I'm
And-
speaking about
yeah.
like fucking Battlefront. Battlefront was a PS2 port,
Oh,
Yeah.
those.
and,
yeah,
and so
but-
it was like even the GTA games. They were pretty much like ports. Like they're
Yeah,
pretty much
Vice
the exact
Cities-
same thing.
Well, Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories were built just to be for the PSP, and then they were later ported over to the PS2.
Yeah, I know smartass, but you know what I mean. Like, same thing applies. I don't know. I don't feel like it. I don't know if it would work anymore. Like, the fact you got mobile phones and people play on that, like, that is like one of the highest things, highest like paid things in gaming. I don't play on my phone. Like, I tried to get in it with no limits, but it's just pay to win BS. I can't be asked with that shit. I don't know.
It's the same fucking races over and over again, and
I tried to do the whole. I bought a PSP to play it, and I left it in Wolverhampton because I just can't be asked. Like, maybe that should. It probably is.
Just do that.
It was only like £30. It wasn't like ridiculous. It wasn't like fucking Nintendo Switch. But I imagine the Switch would have the similar effect. It's like I've got such like a library on the fucking Xbox One and PS4 now. It's like, what's the point in buying another one just to buy the same games? Because realistically, Mario Kart, yeah, it would be fun, but Mario Kart's more of a party game. It's not like I like to become quite hardcore in terms of gaming. Like, I play it pretty much. I play on my Xbox every time I'm in my room. You no, you're a hardcore gamer. You're a hardcore gamer. Like, you play on your Xbox pretty much every day.
Yeah, but not like that. It's not deep to me. Like, I could go a day without playing it.
Yeah, so could I. You're not addicted to it, but you're still like a hardcore player. Like, you still play more than the casual.
Yeah. Than the normies.
I mean, if you look at your Need for Speed hours, that would say otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that goes in with the YouTube thing. No, it doesn't. That's bullshit. I'd play it as more. I'd probably play it more. I feel you. I don't know. Maybe I just feel like All right, then. On a personal level, it's not the fact that I'm psyched for what new things to come from it. I just genuinely want something a bit more different. I just want something a bit different.
The issue is I feel like the issue nowadays is the fact there's no new IPs. And everyone's so like focused on indies, because like realistically, if you look at new IPs, what new IPs have come out this year?
I know.
No, AAA titles. Don't give me any of these BS indie games. Give me a AAA title which is new. I can't think of one. Red Dead's coming back.
The Division.
That was last year, was it?
The Division.
Was it March?
That was March this year.
Alright, The Division. Look how quickly that died off.
That is dead.
That's not a new IP though. That's a Tom Clancy game.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair,
right.
Yeah. So like,
how many? There's been loads of two Tom Clancy games came out. In last year.
Yeah. So if you think about it, Watch Dogs is a returning. I'm not hating on his games. I'm gonna play Watch Dogs.
There's another one.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is gonna be good.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah, there is.
They literally just. I feel like games are so repetitive. There's just nothing new anymore. It's so like draining.
Forza, same series.
I was saying it to myself the other day. I genuinely am getting bored of playing racing games. That's all I play. I don't play anything else other than racing games. I love cars. It's my.
I don't get bored.
I like a bit of variety.
Honestly, I'm a bit bored of Forza, to be honest. I feel like
I'm bored of. I could say that I'm bored of Forza. I've said this multiple times to multiple people. Forza is not worth $100. I'd say it's worth $60, but it's not worth $100.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me anyway, you can tell that I'm not enjoying Forza that much because I don't even upload that much. Like, if you look at the videos for something that's been out for a month on Need for Speed, I was like video, Need for Speed, everything was Need for Speed. But if you look at Forza, I've already gone back to Need for Speed mods.
It's because it's basically Forza Horizon 2, but
bigger map and
better.
A few more things.
But you know, that's kind of like easy to get bored of when you played the fuck out of 2. So you're gonna play the.
For me, it'd be interesting to see what I would upload if I still did daily uploads like last year, because I've been lacking quite a bit. I've been only uploading like twice a week in the last like 5 weeks. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see because I've been uploading nothing but Forza.
Do you think that's the case because you don't really want to go on Forza too much compared to like last year with Need for Speed?
No, it's completely different. But it's because I edit like 5, 6, 7, 8 times as more as I did last year. And it's not that I don't like editing. Editing is my favorite thing out of the production process. However, I do not want to get bored of recording. Recording is a part that
I never get. That. I just never get it.
For me, recording is a part that's like I don't want to burn myself out. But there's also the other thing where there's some nights where I have a shit ton of homework, don't get done until 9 o'clock. mainly because I'm like distracted looking at other things. But
Hockey.
by like 9 o'clock, well, it's not just that cunt. But by 9 o'clock, I'm just like, okay, I don't want to really do anything. I'll just like watch a few YouTube videos, eat dinner, and go to bed.
So the only thing for me, like, I have that sense of like when you're bulk recording to like cover something. Like I kind of sit down, I'm like,
I don't stress myself out to record.
That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck when I go to California because I'm gone for like 2 weeks. So I have to come up with 2 weeks worth of videos, which is like 6 videos at least.
All you really have to do, is 4 or 5. CJ.
You don't daily upload.
Well,
it's different. It's like it's different.
Know.
You don't. Like,
Still,
I have that sense of
like,
like I've got to do all this, but it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. It's just like.
But I know, but
working
even then,
yourself.
it just feels more like work when you have to bulk up.
Yeah.
I mean, even then,
I don't want it to feel like work.
I mean, even then, when I'm in California, I will be vlogging it, but still.
When I feel like I'm required to upload, that's when I draw the line.
Because
if I feel like I need to bulk upload 14 videos if I'm gone for 14 days, nah.
I've done that before.
The only rule I really have with uploading videos is I need to upload at least once a week.
I guess everyone has their different standards and thought.
Everyone has like
for me, I know for a fact, like I feel like my videos are okay enough to the point where people will come back if I don't upload for like a week. Because, well, at this point, my minimum is two videos a week.
I feel like I'm in a situation, if I didn't upload, people would be like, why are you dead? And I'll be like, oh, don't want to let anyone... Like, it's like, there's a sense of not letting anyone down. I don't mind,
I know.
I don't mind the pressure. Like, I thrive off it. But at the same time, it's like...
Damn.
Like,
You've been daily...
You go for it.
You've been daily uploading for 2 weeks, 2 years. Like, I remember last time you didn't upload was October 2014 because your computer broke.
And that was for one day. That's a fun fact. That was for one day. I got a CPU the next day. Like that was
I don't think.
Yeah, I remember that.
Honestly, I don't think it makes you any more, any less of a YouTuber. You're.
I think it depends on what type of content you do.
Yeah.
And the standard of the videos.
Definitely.
I mean, with Richard's videos, they're obviously like a lot more better edited and stuff than yours, Cam's. I mean, in the way that his are like a lot more. I'm not trying to say it as an insult. Like just the way that Cam makes his videos is like it enables him to upload more daily and come out with like content.
It feels like if I were in Cam's position, I'd be able to edit that shit in like 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, but with mine, I go in for like 3.5 hours at a time editing. So.
Because like I've definitely done that before, but sometimes you don't want to make it overkill almost. Because I remember for the run Let's Play, like I'd cut everywhere and it just wasn't fluent to watch. Like I feel like it's all about the flow. It's all about the flow. I feel like my videos, although I do like edit a lot, you don't want to chunk out too much because otherwise it just ruins the flow of it. And like the thing is with me,
some videos don't want to really.
The thing is with me, it's like, I could spend 3 days making one video. But I don't know. I don't get the same type of.
No. It's not necessarily spending 3 days on one video. It's more so 2 days not making a video and then make the video in a day. So like I'll record and then edit afterwards in one day, which is like a 5-hour process.
So I genuinely just for the past couple of I think it's like 3-4 days. I just haven't bothered to. Not even bothered. I've chosen not to make any videos because I felt like I was coming to a dry point again. I get them every so often where I feel like I'm kind of running out of juice in a way. It's not like I can't make them or I couldn't make a showcase every day. It's just that I don't want people to feel like they start getting unspecial and they start losing meaning. Or even my commentaries. For me, it's obviously different for you guys, but for me, commentaries are a lot harder to put together than a showcase. Maybe that's because I do that so often.
Yeah.
That's how I was in July. I hit like a point where where when I record something, I would immediately scrap it because it just wasn't.
Yeah.
I just thought it was very, very mediocre. There was no substance to it. Nothing was that I thought was funny and like, hey, when I edit this part, I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Or if I said something really fucking weird, I can like edit something into that. But when there's videos where it's just bland, nothing really happened, it's just like, okay, I'm immediately scrapping this.
I've been
And
on
then
both
when I
sides
do
when
it,
I've
then when I
slacked.
do it,
I was like relating back to what you're saying. Like, I've been on both sides when I was slack, but at the same time, when you're going through that dry period, those are some of the best videos because that's when you rethink.
Yeah.
no, exactly.
Exactly.
Like right afterwards, like I think my turning point was about late July, early August. I remember I did this car build on the I did a circuit spec M4 build, and that's when I really started like paying attention, like paying a fuck ton of attention to the editing. I'm like, this is a lot better than anything I've made in the past like months. And then I started doing that more and more. The video rate did go down because, well, I just don't want to kill myself every night, because when I do happen to make videos on weeknights, what happens is I start editing them at about like 8, and then I don't finish until like 1:30 in the morning, and I don't want to spend every night like that. That's why some nights where I get done with homework, I just want to do some YouTube videos, or watch some YouTube videos, eat dinner, go to bed.
Yeah. No, I get that. There's definitely periods where I'm like that, and like you'll know if I slack because you'll be able to tell just by either. I know there's multiple things you can just tell, can't you? If someone slacked on a video, you'd be like, oh, he could have done better there, and everyone does it. It's like, I'm not embarrassed to say that, but like there's always that one time when you make a really really good video and you kind of know it, and you're like, oh, this. Like after editing it and recording it, you're like, this is gonna do really good. Or like at least. Like,
that's why I thought of my wheel spin video, because I thought that was completely different from any other wheel spin video.
it's like the response is like even though if it's few or many, it doesn't really matter. Like the response will be good, and like those are the best times to do YouTube. Is like when you when you start laughing and and you guys laugh when you edit videos. I laugh at mine videos.
Yeah.
Not before.
Like, okay, my wheel spin video, I'm like, this is gonna be really good. I couldn't wait to edit it. I finally edited it, and when I was done editing it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be fucking good. I remember Snapchatting you guys and like saying this in the chat, like, I really hope this video does well tomorrow, because I think it's probably one of the best I've made in a few months. And I upload it, and I look back on it today, it has 40 likes, and that's really above average, because I usually get like 25, which is still really good. But 40, that's pushing it. Like, 40 is quite a bit.
It's kind of annoying though, like especially recently, like YouTube sub boxes have been fucked.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it's not even like it's just one video and then the rest of the week is fine. It's consistent. I've noticed views have gone down so much. I used to average around 800 to 900. Now I'm barely averaging like 400.
Yeah, they're being really.
I feel like I don't know, if you get 400, I feel like that's not when sub boxes are broken. I feel like when sub boxes are broken is when you average, say for example for me, about 80 views after 6 hours. When it's down to like 30 views after 6 hours, that's when you know sub boxes are broken.
You've got to keep in mind that I was getting 800 like
yeah,
a few weeks ago, and that's halved. Like if a video gets 600, that's acceptable. But I think anything below like, I can let 450 go. But like realistically, it shouldn't be that way. Like especially
I've seen sub boxes broken on a few big YouTubers' videos. Like after a certain amount of time, they'll have like 150K. I've seen YouTube videos where they're like only at 7K because sub boxes were broken that day. So 300 in comparison to 800, yeah, that is like 500 less. But that's still not as drastic. Because if you were to compare that to a big YouTuber getting 800K. And then one day they were down to like 15K.
But it's still like it's being inconsistent. That's my point. The point is that it's not going consistently to everyone's sub boxes, and consistency over a long period of time is much more important than just one video. Like I'd rather one video do shit every week and then have the rest do fine.
I could understand in that situation like sub boxes being broken for certain videos, but I feel like in your situation, it's different from anyone's I've really seen. I don't know, I haven't really noticed this for many other people, but I noticed for you, it's like sub boxes are broken for some people, not all.
Yeah. That's exactly what I've noticed. It's really weird. And like that does matter to me. Like growth and views do matter to me because I want to do this all the way. Like I want to do this full time. I've made that clear plenty of times. So like no, when you see you put all the effort into a video and it doesn't do well, it's like fuck. It's like it's not your fault. That's the worst part. Is when it's not your fault. And it's like you couldn't do anything about it. It's just YouTube being broken again, as per usual.
Especially when you've put in hours. Well, in my case, every video I do, I put in hard fucking work into it.
I think door to door, like, so from literally sitting down in my chair and opening game capture to actually having the video uploaded, that's a 4 to 5 hour process.
I
Oh, for
genuinely,
me,
I can't stop either. See when I'm in that.
For me,
when
it's a very long process for me because like hour and a half recording session, get the best clips out of it, and then editing takes a fuck ton. Like that takes a long time because it's an hour and a half, of course, and then rendering takes about 10 minutes for a 6-minute video, and then uploading takes another 15 minutes, and then the thumbnail takes about 5 minutes.
I spend so long on thumbnails sometimes.
I'm sorry, Jay. Go.
I can't remember.
You said you can't stop because you're in the zone.
Yeah. I once I start, if someone tries to call me in a minute, it really pisses me off. Like, nigga, wait. It genuinely gets on my nerves when someone tries to call me when I'm in the middle of making a video. It's like I'm doing something. I can't stop. Please don't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When I'm recording. That's what's happening. I feel like it's different with showcases because you can literally make one after another and it's whatever.
It's not.
No,
it's not. Because
I get tired after making a video. I have to take a break.
I don't like having access. Like I
It's like when you bus.
Basically,
if I film something, right, it's like I kind of take it the way a real filmmaker would. You go to one place, then you go to another place, and you kind of have it all. I don't like recording, stopping, pressing record again. I like to do it all literally in one clip, and then I cut it up.
When I do showcases, I record, edit because I get a better feel for it. But I couldn't do it all in one.
I definitely couldn't do it the way you do it at all. That would make me feel uncomfortable, and having all different.
Because you know which files are which because you're editing it as you're going along. That's how I do it anyway. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where that came from. Like, that was such a random thing to talk about. Okay, apparently my encoding is overloaded and I need to turn it down.
Hold on. How on earth is talking about YouTube a random topic on a YouTube podcast?
Because we were talking about the Nintendo fucking Switch.
Did it crop from that?
It did crop up from that.
How? I can't remember.
I don't know. That's my point. It's so fucking random that we come from.
Dildos.
I like dildos. Do you want to talk about Forza then? Because you wanted to talk about Forza earlier on.
Forza.
About things you want to see, which probably won't happen. Hey, hate, embrace the hate.
Basically, yeah, you get me. Forza. It's an interesting topic, isn't it, guys? Forza. It's so level that you don't really have much to say. It's such a level game at the moment. It's not
good, it's not bad, it's just...
It's level, and it's hard to talk about something that's just fine, I guess. I have issues, and many, actually. I'm not saying it's not an enjoyable game. I'm enjoying it currently. I don't think it's going to last that long. It's dying slow.
Did you say that it was going to last until...
I will... Don't get this twisted. I will play this until the next Need for Speed game.
No, you said you played after Need for Speed, I'm pretty sure. I remember.
Probably. I played Forza Horizon 2 for Speed, for the first Need for Speed.
Okay. Just wondering. Because I remember you saying that you think this would last years. But you're saying it's all slowly dying off. So that's just interesting.
Had a Forza play, always. There's never not been a time where I've not played a Forza game. Whether I've gone on it to drift, where I've gone on it to just drive around, I've always had a Forza game.
I'm just playing it for a refresh, I think. I think, like, when I'm playing other games, like, I couldn't like constantly play it for 2 years, no. I'll just get bored.
Definitely.
Pretty bored at the moment. Like, this is not much. Anyway, carry on.
Seem to have a short attention span, though, with everything.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to argue that. It's mainly the case that the fact that the game... I don't feel like I have a short attention span with games, because I can play games like Forza Horizon 1, I played that for ages, and Horizon 2... I played that for ages as well, to be fair. This Horizon 3, there's just nothing... Besides the wheel spins, there's just nothing there.
It's funny when Jay said that you have a short attention span, because when I was in one of the first calls with you, you're like, I'm going to play through Underground 1 tonight, and then you ended up playing like 30 minutes, and you're like, I can't be fucking
That was
asked.
me being lazy. I said I was going to finish the game. I'm not going to finish the game in one night. That's not happening. That was going to be a marathon session. That's different. But like, there's a difference between just getting bored of something and then... Like, I can play games for ages, put it that way. I played Modern Warfare 2 for too long. I had an addiction to that game. Like 60 days playtime addiction. So. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, I don't even know how to go about this. One of the main issues I have with the game, it may seem insignificant. It's probably obvious what I'm going to say. You see photo mode. You see if that was online. Do you understand how much of a window that is for me? Think about how many times we went on Need for Speed to take pictures just to do that. Can't do it on this because it's a shit drone with shit shaking shit. I can't.
Okay, yeah, that's one thing. Like, if you look at drone footage, it's stable. But then when you go on Horizon, it's like it's going like this.
Fucking Parkinson's disease. It's so annoying. Honestly, I don't really.
My issue with Forza is the fact they don't fucking innovate. That's my issue. Like, I use this as an example. Like, okay, so the crew in Need for Speed, they innovated. We hadn't seen a game like that in ages. We've seen it before, but you know, it's been a long, long time, and they did something different. Forza.
Huh? That's not innovating though. Innovating is literally.
Let me word it differently. Bringing something fresh to the table that we haven't seen in a while. That's basically what it did. We hadn't seen wide bodies and stuff like that on that scale for Need for Speed in ages, and then obviously the crew did everything a bit earlier in a different format, like kind of. It's an MMORPG. We haven't seen that in it. Like I can't remember a time we've seen something like that. I don't play the crew anymore, partially because I can't. I don't want to play my PC. It's just too long, and I haven't got a PS4 controller. That's why I don't play the crew. And even if I did, I wouldn't play it because I have no progress on PS4 and I just can't be asked to play PC. I hate playing PC. But I don't hate it, I just dislike it. But the issue with Forza, like, there's nothing, it's not groundbreaking. Like, I just wish they added a bit more into the game. I feel like there's still there's still that element of just putting a bit more love into it. They definitely improved, but I just want a bit more than just the same modes. Like Scramble's not a new mode. That basically the same thing as cross country, wasn't it? Cross country circuits. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like.
No idea.
And it's like the showcases are the same. It's like it's scripted events.
They could have just called it cross country circuit and cross country sprint. Okay, you don't need to fucking interrupt me.
Always moans about people interrupting him and says he returns but no one cares because we're having a good conversation anyway. Carry on, Anna.
You're a cunt.
Oh no, I was.
Well,
no, but they literally could have. They could have just named it like.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
They could have just named it like cross country circuit and it would have been fine. Or they could have just named it cross country and just leave it at that. Like it's not that deep. And even like, I do like for the street races how they put like a little kind of look over for the midnight things, the midnight battle things. Yeah. I do like that. That's quite cool. But besides that, it's like. There's no little little things in there like that. Like it's all just very samey. I don't. I mean,
one thing that I would have liked, at least from a visual perspective, at the end of the street races is I don't know what the fuck those light things are at the end of the street races, but that's really weird. What I visualized when I saw street races in Horizon 3 was like there's gonna be like a car meet at the end. You know, there's gonna be like people with like Honda Civics stanced at the end of the races, and they would see you come across the line and shit. They could have made it visually pleasing like that, but
yeah, and that's the issue. It seems like a lot of that is just half-assed, and they did it because...
Innovation that excites.
Yeah,
I mean, at least it's better than Horizon 2, where they just shoehorned it into the actual Horizon Festival somehow.
I don't know. I feel like I was just expecting it to be more like Horizon 1. Horizon 1 had love. That game with the cutscenes and just everything, like little things like fucking aeroplanes flying across the map, like just when you're free roaming, little things that I noticed, and like I don't know, I'm not. That probably does happen on Horizon. I'm probably just
it does.
Yeah, I like that's just little things I noticed in Horizon 1, and obviously I haven't noticed yet in Horizon 3. Partially because it's like almost.
Have you noticed that when you're driving through Surfer's Paradise, the car you can hear your car echoing?
When you when you enter.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't even realise that. I was driving around, I could hear my car echoing, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I know.
Sorry.
I know, I just feel like Forza, there's...
It's definitely
so much potential, that's the potential.
I'm not gonna... I feel like this is a very well-made game, and it's a very, very high-quality game. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is a bad-quality game and it lacks content. No, it doesn't. It's a very full game. I don't know why.
This topic was just about...
No, it doesn't. Hold up a second. I really do feel... I feel like some of the things you say are very biased. Because if you think about Need for Speed 2015 and how hollow that game was, the only reason why... No, I am though, because you brought it up with the crew and you compared it to this, so if that's what I'm doing. Can I carry on? Right. If you think about that, and I'm using it as an example because it's the very few. We don't have many racing games to compare or talk about, so it's they compete in regardless. It's just a thing. Like there wasn't much to do in Need for Speed 2015. Like there just wasn't. No, you couldn't play that for hours and hours and hours and hours. If realistically speaking,
you did.
Because
we did though.
It was a nostalgic thing though. The only reason why I think
hours and hours.
All right then. So you're saying fuck your actual point, but because you did, then it doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying
I see where Jay's coming from.
So obviously there is some reason why you spent so many hours into it.
Because it's Need for Speed. It was back. Like if they came, if they were already doing that, and they came with that, then I would be a bit like confused. I was disappointed in 2015. I was disappointed.
Think about it real quick, Cam. Think about this. Okay, so the only thing off the top of my head that I could think of that you're able to do when the launch of Need for Speed came out was 1, verse other players, and 2, go through the campaign. In Horizon 3, there's a number of things that come to my head. You could go through the campaign, do Horizon versus, make your own races.
Do the campaign co-op.
Do rivals.
Do the campaign co-op.
But that is the point, is the modes are very, 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 very similar.
No, but it's racing, driving. It's going to all be the same.
No. That's not an excuse. A drift mode, a drag mode. Those are things that were fair enough. They were added later on in Need for Speed 2015.
And they were shit.
Those are variations.
Drag mode in
sorry,
drag racing.
And there is a drag mode.
I'm gonna stand up for the drift mode. Yeah, I understand there was a lot of issues. Wall taps. Oh my god, don't even get me started. But the drift mode in Need for Speed was good.
I could understand though from a certain perspective. The drift taps, I think it forced you to drift good. It forced you not to hit any walls.
It's kind of hard though with the physics. That was the only issue. That's why I had such a big issue with it.
I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't enjoy playing Need for Speed at some points, but there's no way that you can tell me that it played better than Need for Forza Horizon 3. No way, on God's.
As a game, it's built better, but it's not new. It's like
what better?
There's nothing particularly new. It's just
what better? Wait,
oh no!
What'd you say?
I twisted up. He said, "As a game, it plays better."
As a game, it's built better. Yeah, there's like less glitches and the physics are just shit. But in terms, it hasn't got character. Like if that makes sense. It hasn't got like you're put in a world to. I'm a boss. I struggle when I first got on Horizon. I was like. So am I literally doing racing but making this bigger? Like, where's the I feel like there was a lack of reward.
So what was the reward in 2015?
2015.
You
go. Well, it was the bosses, wasn't it?
You complete that shit ass story.
You get a cool ass dog bath.
It was a story nonetheless.
There's an actual story. Like Horizon didn't really have a story like that. And like it just has character behind it. I just feel like Horizon, that Kira bitch. Oh my god! Don't even get me started. Like, I don't care. Like, and the whole Warren thing is like, they're just annoying. They don't have. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say Spike wasn't annoying because I think he was very annoying. But he added character. Like, I think that's one thing Forza lacks. And you said this before, Jay. It's like the love behind it. It's not the same as it was in Horizon 1.
I'm not fronting that. I do genuinely feel like Forza has been lacking for a long time now. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Forza Horizon 3 isn't a fucking spectacular game for today. Yes, it is.
I'm saying
I feel like, yes, we should have had this last time, but it's here. And I'm very impressed with what I'm playing. I'm not, like, I knew what I was going into. I didn't overhype myself. I didn't overthink things. And because of that, I got what I expected. Now, with Need for Speed 2015... it was a totally different situation, and I think that's what people get twisted. We've already had 2 Forza Horizons in the space of 5 years. How long has it been since we've had a game like Need for Speed 2015? It's been so long, and we didn't know what to expect. Ghost Games, they've made rivals and they're people from other developers, so we know they work. We didn't know they were brewing up in there, and what we got was a total shocker. So as we took that, we loved it because we didn't know what it was. We were unfamiliar. It was foreign. We already know what this is, and we already know how it feels and how it looks. So we were more relaxed playing it. I feel with Need for Speed, I was like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? I even drove shit because I just didn't know what to expect. I feel like
it's like what is here that's new, because it was a completely different game from the previous games being Hot Pursuit, Most Wanted, and Rivals.
a totally different experience.
But why can't Forza bring anything new?
They can, but I feel like
potential. That comes back to my point of the whole word potential. Forza has potential, and they don't make it. Instead, they don't meet the potential. Instead, they just kind of do the same thing. Which it's not bad. It's not good. It's just average.
Like, do you think like we're gonna have the same type of hype we had for 2015? Do you think we'll have that with 2017?
Yes.
Yeah, I think purely just based on the fact that they listen.
Yeah.
And we've seen that very evidently. I can appreciate the fact that like they go out of their way to listen, and that's
more of a chance of getting a game we asked for.
Like, it doesn't matter how many Japan videos I make. Forza, they won't listen to me. They'll do it themselves. If they do Japan, it'll be off their own back. It won't be off of us.
They'll do India before they do Japan.
The fact they made wide bodies and shit like for Need for Speed, and they did that listening to people.
It
makes me
just
think that I'm gonna have a game which I actually want to play. Like
it just makes sense, you know.
Reinvents.
I just thought of this right now. It would make sense to go to Japan, would it not? Because where else would they put it? Think about it. Where else? They've already done the US. They've done Australia. They've done Europe.
That was shit.
I think Southern Europe was shit. That was
shit. Boring.
It's so bland.
It should have been good. That's
like
the
they should have had they could have had Monte Carlo and freaking Monaco in there.
Do you understand there are some beautiful ass places in fucking in Europe, and they chose some boring ass scenery. It was just boring. There was nothing.
It was like, I think it had to do a lot. Like, they couldn't add a lot more of like scenery and stuff because they had to port it over to the Xbox One, the 360.
No, that's BS because the game is completely different.
Bullshit.
No, I don't believe that for a second.
Again, it was like the same with Rivals too.
Because they had to port it to PC, so you would think that would be the limitations for the minimum spec sort of thing, but it's not. It doesn't really. There were two separate games off two separate engines. That doesn't really apply. And fucking don't even speak to me about scenery and shit when you see fucking GTA on last gen.
Yeah.
That thing's mad. Like that map is huge. It's ridiculous. A lot of games that were made on last gen.
Then again, the difference with GTA and Horizon 2 is Horizon 2 came out right when the consoles came out, but GTA 5 they waited a year.
I have to argue with you about that, Cam, for a second. You do understand the reason why GTA's map's so big is because you
have like 5 years to.
You have different and you have different ways of moving around on GTA. The sense of speed on GTA isn't the same as driving around in a car on Forza. So if I could walk around on Forza Horizon 2's map, it would be around the same. I think
it's like with San Andreas.
Like you guys, about the size. We were talking about like the scenery. There's no reason why they're going to add a scenery into that.
Yeah. Oh, of course. That's what I mean. It's shit.
I think even size, like obviously, that is a thing. But having driven around, I mean, I don't know. I can't say that it's bigger than this, because I don't know off the top of my head. But like, I don't know. I think they could have done more. I like I don't know why we're talking about this 360 version because it was shit anyway. But like, I don't know. I don't think that's not an excuse to. That's not an excuse to prohibit your Xbox One title, which is your main racing title for like open world title for the next 2 years. No reason at all.
Well, like, we don't know what was going behind the scenes around then.
That's definitely not an excuse. That's definitely the map they.
Well, we don't.
Like, if an excuse to me is that so I bought a console to play Forza, yeah, and you're limiting my experience because you're doing it for people who haven't got the console yet. No, fuck off.
You do understand that.
That's not true. That's not fair.
You do understand that they are actually people, that make the games. They're human beings. They're not robots.
No, I'm not arguing.
They certainly do fucking act like robots, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not arguing the fact they probably didn't have time, but the fact that Xbox 360 it shouldn't be an excuse.
It's kind of funny. Yes. Like, people make Need for Speed, robots make Forza, and then ghosts make Gran Turismo.
Ghosts?
Because they don't. Yeah, because they don't. They're like entities. You don't know.
Niggers make Gran Turismo. That's how they make Gran Turismo. Fucking niggers. Negroes.
It's a mess.
Anyway. Nigger on fucking black people time they are. Yeah. People. When you ring. When you text people like, oh, where are you? And they're like, oh, I'm leaving, and they're not even fucking dressed. They're the type of people that fucking make Gran Turismo.
There literally is a dojo in Japan just praying like, let's hope the fucking GT Sports sells well. Like, let's
That's so racist.
They actually are based in Japan. That's a serious thing, and they are pretty much.
I know.
That, like,
Yeah,
a lot of
we
their
are
fucking
for that.
development team is Japanese. I just want to point that out.
You do understand though. I don't know. From my knowledge, it might be wrong. Japanese developers have a thing with delaying, don't they?
All right, I've got some things to say about this.
Too busy
A
watching
game
anime.
shouldn't need to be delayed. It's actually a joke how accepted it is. I mentioned this in a video. Basically,
We heard you the first time.
CJ, there's nothing wrong with restating something, you fuck.
What does that mean?
Can't say.
CJ makes the same videos over and over again. Same retarded shit with you screaming. Don't come at me.
Do I?
And you know it's funny, no one cares about.
No
no one cares about the fucking videos either.
Make thumbnails which are worth looking at, like you. Anyway,
My thumbnails
what
past
was I?
3
What was
videos.
I? I don't give a shit. What was I about to say? Don't come fire shots at me and expect not to. I got stacks on stacks.
I wasn't
nigga.
firing. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, delays. Okay, so I don't think the whole a game the last resort should be a delay.
Yeah.
Last resort. Otherwise, like in my opinion at least, don't give a game a release date till you know what it's gonna be.
Exactly. Hold on. The way I look at delays is it's such a fucking lazy move. It like, especially if a game is delayed twice, like the Crew. I'm not taking shots at Ivory Tower, but that's just an example
Even
that I
Need
have
for
in
Speed
my
on the
head.
PC, like that should have been on ready. That should have been ready on launch. Like you don't say it's out on all 3 consoles and then not do it. Like it should be ready.
Yeah.
I feel like as far as a game being delayed twice, it's just an excuse for being lazy. Do you not like? Does, is
I
that
like to call
something that
developers
pops
lazy.
in
I
your
don't,
head?
I don't feel like
I
it's
think-
them being lazy. I
No,
feel like
it's not.
it's just you shouldn't have said it if you ain't gonna do it. Like,
I feel
don't
like
No, but
it's
say
doesn't that
strange.
promote laziness? Is if you already delayed it twice, you're like, oh, what difference does it make if I delay it 3 times?
It's a strain on the publishers.
How?
The publishers don't have a fucking clue. That's what the issue is. The issue is the publishers want to get the game out as fast as possible, but that's not how you make good games. And obviously they don't care about that. They care about money. That's the issue.
How I feel about it is like you don't know what's gonna come up during game development. Anything can happen, and
No, that's not an excuse. When you make
honest,
AAA
no,
titles.
I'm not done talking. But anything can happen, and really, like, if you delay a game, it's most of the time it's to make the game better. So
But
honestly, I
regardless,
don't
the
really.
game should be better on launch. Like, all you've got to do is not do what Kingdom Hearts has done. I mentioned this before. Kingdom Hearts hasn't got a release date. It's just in development. That's all we know. It's available for pre-order. It's coming out soon. That's all we know. That's all you need to say. Just give it to be confirmed. Don't give us a date.
What I mean is,
until
like,
you're ready. Even if it is to be better,
Well-
why is it not better in the first place?
because you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know what
Yeah.
they have to do.
I think
As a
CJ's
You don't
consumer,
know.
I think CJ's point is always trying to say is,
Yeah, I'm not good at explaining stuff.
Right, then let me give you a scenario. What if, while this game is being developed, right, and you are ready to release, you're coming up to release, something happens where literally you cannot go around it and it stops the game from being able to put out. Maybe they go through legal issues,
But
which
that's not the
happens.
case with Gran Turismo.
All right, then it may not be, but I'm saying you're saying in every situation of a game being delayed, there's no excuse, but sometimes things cannot be helped. So I feel like it is a bit hostile saying that, oh no game should
No,
ever
my
be delayed.
point is the fact that if that happens, yeah, whatever. But that's not the case with most delays.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not the
But-
case. Most of the time, it is literally because the game's not ready and they need to delay it. That's what we've seen, like through all these like news articles and shit on IGN and all that kind of stuff. Like it's delayed to make the game better because it's not ready for the release date, not because that they.
Well,
they
they're obviously
corrupted
not going to
files and
state that they have.
They corrupted files.
They
and
obviously,
da-da-da-da.
they're obviously not going to say that they have legal issues or shady stuff, like stuff going on behind the
But
scenes. They're obviously not going to say that.
That shit usually leaks out anyways. That's not
Yeah,
doesn't
that
really apply.
usually does get.
That gets
come
leaked
out.
out. Like
Right.
Red Dead, we knew about that shit. Like we knew Red Dead was going to come out ages ago when the map leaked, or like when there was rumors of going around. Like we were pretty confident that was going to come out. Like it was, and little Easter eggs and stuff. Like that shit was leaked long beforehand. I don't know. I don't feel like I just don't feel like delays in the majority of cases are excuses. Obviously, you're always going to get scenarios where delays are excusable, but for the majority in current day, it's just not. That's how I see it, at least.
I just
Especially with
think
Gran Turismo.
that
Gran Turismo is a fucking joke. They should have. Why? It makes no sense.
I just think that you're opinion on like just your stance on games delaying is just a bit of an entitlement, if you know what I mean.
But I
Like,
should feel entitled if I've bought the game.
well,
I've
yeah,
spent my own
but
hard money on a game for it to be out at a certain time. I buy it.
Wasn't
But
No, I don't think you buy it like that. I think you just buy it for the game. You don't buy it because it's going to release at a certain time.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
put an
you
example.
just buy it to
I've
get
got a
the
choice
game.
between Watch Dogs and Gran Turismo. I kind of want Watch Dogs, but I haven't got enough money. So I've got to buy one. I've got to buy Gran Turismo because I'm a racing channel. So I buy Gran Turismo. It's delayed. There's no news
You can
on.
refund.
There's no news on refunds or anything like that. That's very low key until like a few weeks afterwards.
The game's still coming out. It's not like they recalled it.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
cancelled pre-orders.
they did? That's what I was just about to ask.
They cancelled pre-orders.
Then, but they did that, so now
It's
you
not
can
the
go and
first
buy
time.
Watch Dogs too.
It's not the fault. It's not.
Never mind then.
That's not the point though. It's the fact that at one point I put my money into it because I haven't choice, and now you're not releasing it. If I've made a decision like that, I expect it to be out. Like, what that £40 could have gone towards something else at that time. Instead, it's gone towards the game that's been delayed.
Canceling pre-order is different from what I was thinking of when it's just being delayed.
Yeah,
How so?
because that doesn't
Completely
happen in the
different.
majority of cases. Because when the game's delayed, you still have your money towards it. And I'm speaking from the standpoint of Steam. I'm not really sure how refunds and stuff work for pre-orders on Xbox or PlayStation 4, but
I'm pretty sure you can't
if the
refund.
game, because I know you can on
There are no
Really?
refunds on
There are no
Xbox. I
refunds
know
on
that.
Xbox One or PS4.
on Steam
Did-
you can. But
Yeah, but Steam hasn't even got Gran Turismo Sport. Hey.
hey,
Like,
man.
like
we got freaking that shitty ass Unity made racing games like
That's my point,
Ocean
is the
City
fact
Racing.
That, like, it shouldn't. You just don't give it a date, unless like literally your whole database is just corrupted and you have nothing left. Like that's the only real excuse.
I do.
Honest-
I do agree with you. Your base point of if you can't do it, don't say it, sort of thing. Literally, just
Yeah.
Because
you should
Yeah.
say. You should say this is coming soon. That's it. Not no date.
you know
You're
Gran
giving.
Turismo. You know Gran Turismo. This isn't the first time they do it. Like they've done this with a lot of releases since GT5
Right.
Prologue. Like it's not.
Honestly-
they've got a history. That's why I'm using them as like a case study almost. It's like they have a history of doing this shit. It's not a one-time thing. So
Honestly, I
that
just
leads me to
feel-
assume that it is probably just because it's not ready.
Hmm.
Honestly, I
Because
just
they've
can't
got.
see much of the backlash that is given when a game's delayed. I mean, it like
Should get more.
backlash like that is just gonna make people want to rush out their games in a crappy state. I mean, I'm gonna use an example: Mafia 3. Mafia 3, in my opinion, is a great game with a great story, but on PC, the game's just riddled with bugs and graphical issues.
That's almost
and
every
just
PC
frame
game,
rates.
though.
Buy it on console like a normal fucking person.
Exactly.
I feel like
Even on
that's not,
console,
that's
there
not
are
even a
some
thing. Like
issues.
I feel like the whole, like it shouldn't. If you're getting a backlash, don't release a shit game. Take your time. Why are people rushing? I tell you why people are rushing.
But if you're not gonna release a shit game, then you have to delay it to
No,
fix
you
the
don't. You don't
issues,
give it
so
a
you
release
don't.
date in the first place.
Yeah, that's the point,
Give it to
CJ. The
be
point is,
confirmed.
don't say it if you can't do it. That's the point. These developers are putting out. They're giving people hope that this game is going to come out at this time. Where let's think about it this way: if they really, what if they delayed Need for Speed 2015? Do you know how much that would have pissed me off? That shit would have pissed me off.
But they did for PC. That was annoying
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's PC.
That was
not
because they
no one
need
cares
to
about PC
redo.
players and shit. But
Because they redo
I'm
the
just-
entire game to get 60 frames per second, unlock the frame rate. Because like Need for Speed Rivals, the frame rate was
That's something they
tied
should
to
have planned
the
out
in-game.
right from the start.
Well, yeah, they should have, but they didn't.
They didn't, and they shouldn't have. They should have just done what Rockstar's done with Red Dead Redemption. We all know it's going to come to PC in a few years' time. Just don't give it a date. Obviously, you wouldn't give it a few years. You just say, "Oh, it's coming soon." That's it. That's all you got to do. It's
Don't
that
give it
simple. Now you don't piss off people.
Wait.
2017.
Well, not
Well,
just
2017
stating
don't
that's
have
not
the same
gonna.
issues because they've already got the base. I assume.
Well, with Red Dead Redemption, just stating that they not having a PC version out yet, not even just stating that, it will piss people off. Either way, it's gonna piss people off. So,
What does that mean? What's that point? What's the point that you made?
because people on PC, they
Of
don't
course
see
it's
that there's a
gonna piss
PC
people off,
up.
but that's not Rockstar's problem. They haven't said it's coming out for PC. So what do you expect?
Yeah.
When a game's said it's coming out for PC and it's delayed, then you got a reason to be pissed. You've not got a reason to be pissed if a developer hasn't made a game for a certain platform because they didn't give
But
you
then
anything to
again,
expect.
when
And
you're
Rockstar had a
expecting
history as well
Rockstar. With Rockstar, if Rockstar releases a PC game and it's not delayed, then it's quite sketchy because you know that the game's gonna be terrible because there's shit with PC ports unless like they took their
Rockstar
grand old
always
time.
know.
Which
No, the game
Yeah.
itself will be good. Whether it's got
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
GTA
the
5
game
runs
itself-
perfectly.
yeah, now but then again, you do realize that they
had it on-
basically that game came out 2015 on PC. It came out like 2 years after
And guess
the
what? It
original
wasn't
game.
rushed. It wasn't rushed. It was well made.
Yeah,
and
they
that was it.
they made the game separately on PC. It wasn't a port. They made the game
And that's
separately
exactly
for
what the developers
PC.
should do.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well,
The-
not all the developers have resources like that, like Rockstar, where they can take their grand old time and make a PC port because
No,
they can.
have-
Rockstar
taking your
basically
time to
regulates
do
when they
something
make.
good isn't, like,
I'm
that's-
still speaking.
I spilled
still
taking.
thinking.
I have freaking whatever the not dementia. The one that makes.
Not to mention.
So now, wait. So CJ, now you're moaning that Rockstar spent too long on making GTA for PC.
I'm not. That's not even
Is
my
that your
point.
point?
When
Is that your point that Rockstar took too long
No.
after the original release?
I'm
That's a joke.
speaking. Please let me speak.
For fuck's sake, why? I've just been kicked for anyone who's watching this. For fuck's sake.
I'm gonna do with GTA 5
CJ,
on PC.
you
Who was that?
understand?
That was Jay.
You
wasn't it?
ex-
Fuck you.
CJ, you
Was that Jay?
understand?
Was that
you
Jay?
ex-
Was that Jay?
No, it's definitely CJ.
Couldn't even me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm playing Forza in a podcast and you're
Jay,
taking
you
me
were the
from...
one that was dying on the floor like it was you. What do you expect?
Freaking witch
You did it
trials
before
here.
to me as well. You did it before to me.
I was just
CJ,
laughing.
CJ, do you understand that you kicking Cam?
See, I've got the option to remove him from the group. That's the difference. So that's fine.
See, okay, Cam, when you kick CJ from the conversation, he still carried on as if anyone else here was recording.
Right, I've added him back, but now he knows that you can kick me from the call, but I can kick you from the group. So
I believe Niner was trying to convey something
be
to me.
careful next time because you do realise I'm admin of this group and I will kick you.
That was still pretty funny how I kicked you. It was still pretty funny. You gotta admit.
No, when you know something equally as funny, when you kick Cam and he's the only one recording and you carry on with the thing you're trying
Like
to
no
prove.
one's fucking listening because you know
Oh,
I'm the only one
hey.
that fucking does it.
Hey.
Anyway,
Yeah, at least I got my point. So
no, it was a shit
No,
point.
you
It made no sense. It was illogical. You were moaning that Rockstar spent too much time and made
no,
a
I
good
wasn't
port.
even
So
moaning
you know
that
what?
you
That's
do.
fine.
I was-
That's been the end of episode Drivecast 88. We'll do the Q&A questions next week. And we'll bulk.
We keep fucking delaying this, Cam. We keep delaying the
Wait,
questions.
did we do it last week?
No,
I think we did.
yeah, we
I'm
did.
pretty sure
did we
did.
not?
We did.
We'll bulk it.
We
man.
did.
Bulk up.
Eat my
Have
ass.
an episode full of Q&A questions.
Oh,
Any
can
last
I
words?
ask everyone? Can I ask your subscribers a question? So if you're not subbed to me, I've already asked my own subs this. Is there anyone that eats ass for free?
So if you guys enjoyed this episode of
No,
Drivecast, make
this
sure
is
ahead
a
and hit the
serious
like,
question.
subscribe. We will see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome. Stay
This
safe.
is a
And that's where
serious
before we
question.
leave.
I need someone to eat my ass real good,
Ass,
like
eat, ass,
real
ass
good,
goes
like,
great with
like, you know, no
Stay
sport-
safe and peace. Ass.